Hey guys, grab a drink, grab a snack, stay for a while, and today we are going to get Fable to choose my reads. So we have my trusty iPad here with the Fable app, and Fable is just going to choose the books that I'm going to read. So I have a want to read list on my Fable. I will try and link my Fable down below so you can see guys reading updates and things like that. But we're going to go off our want to read list. So I'm just going to press our want to read, and then it says pick for me. I believe it's called Scout, but I'm not actually too sure, guys. But I'm just gonna stop rambling. I think we're just gonna get into the video. Fable's gonna pick our reads, guys, for the week, and I'm very excited. I've seen a couple of people do this, and I feel like they've had really good picks. So I hope that we do too. I'm open to physical and Kindle TBRs. So the books that I've kind of got on here, I can either get on my Kindle or I should be able to get on my physical TBR. So I'm hoping we don't get one that I can't dispute. But if we do, guys, and I can't find it on Kindle Unlimited, then we are just going to pick again, because again, I don't really want to buy more books, and I'm happy to audiobook it, but it's just going to take so long because I only really audiobook wise only have to and from work and maybe when I'm editing. But again, I don't really have much time to kind of sit and devour like an 8 to 9 hour audiobook. So if we do get a book that I don't have, I am just gonna respin. Okay, so I feel like we're just gonna get started. I hope you guys can see, but we're gonna go pick for me. Here we are, guys. I'm hoping it picks us a good one. I'm kind of not really sure what I'm hoping for, really. I don't really know what I want. What's it picked? Oh, I don't know. I can't see. It's Something Happens to Me by Alex Finley. Let's see. I really hope that this is on Kindle Unlimited. If something happens to me, I don't think it's going to be on Kindle Unlimited, guys. Oh no, hold on. It is. It's on Kindle Unlimited. So I feel like I'm just going to pick one book, read that book, then come back and pick the next book. Oh, okay. It's 302 pages. It's 302 pages, guys. So we can do that. So this is what it looks like on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm just going to read you the synopsis. So the crushing blow to the head, hands yanking him from the vehicle, his girlfriend's piercing scream. For the past 5 years, Ryan Richardson has really relived. I can't even speak, guys. Has relived that terrible night. With no trace of Ali after she is abducted, a cloud of suspicion hangs over him, through he is never charged. Trying to put his past behind him, Ryan changes his name and enters law school. It's on a summer trip to Italy that he gets the call. His missing car has finally been found, submerged in a lake in his hometown, but inside the car are two dead men. The only trace of Ali is a cryptic note, the envelope in her handwriting, stating, "If something happens to me." Reeling from the news, Ryan sees the man who has haunted his nightmares since the night Ali was taken. But how could that be possible so far from home? His search for answers leads him to England and France, but the truth may lie in the shape of two very different people back in USA. Okay, I feel like we're just gonna try it. I don't really think there's any harm. I think it's a mystery thriller book. I want to say I don't really know, but I feel like I'm just gonna get into reading If Something Happens to Me. And given that it's currently 6:15, I probably won't update you till I'm about halfway through the book, which might happen, might not. I don't know, but I'll probably update you in the morning or sometime during tomorrow. So I feel like I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm just gonna get reading. So let's get into it. Hey guys, and welcome to the first update. So, we have an update of the book that we are currently reading. So, if you did not know, we are reading If Something Happens to Me by Alex Finley. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, If Something Happens to Me. And I am 71% the way through the book. I don't know whether you guys can see. I'm 71% the way through the book. I am page 206 in. So, I thought I would give you a bit of an update. So, the book kind of converses into basically an abduction. So you are following Ryan, who basically he was with his wife Alison, or his girlfriend Alison. I think it was his wife. I want to say it's his wife. And basically one night Alison gets abducted, and they find the car at the bottom of the lake, like a couple of years on from when she originally first disappeared, and you're kind of finding out what happened basically. And at the moment, you're kind of finding out what role everyone kind of plays. So you've got why Kansas is in there, who the two people could have been in the two dead people in the truck in the car that was supposed to be Allison's car. Kind of what happened. There's kind of like notes that have been left and things like that. So you're kind of just cracking things at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. Given the premise of the book, I thought I would enjoy it kind of a lot more. But I'm not really enjoying it as much as I kind of initiated or thought I would, which is a little bit sad. But I would say I'm currently at about a 3-star. I would say it's currently sat at about 3-star. It's nothing like big, it's nothing major, it's nothing amazing, but I am enjoying it. I just think I want a bit more to it, but I feel like we can read it today. I don't know if I actually told you what day we're on, but we are on Wednesday today, guys, and I have got the rest of the week off. So I worked Monday, Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I've got off of work. I've just got 3 days of holiday to use, so I just popped it on this week. So I feel like we should be able to pick our next book today. I do have a couple of bits that I need to do, like editing and filming a video and things like that. But I'm very excited to kind of see what our next book is and finish this and see if my rating kind of changes. So I think I'm going to come back to you when I'm ready to start reading.
Hey guys, so it is a little while later and I have finished If Something Happens to Me by Alex Finlay. I don't know what I think, guys. If I'm being completely honest, I really don't know what to think. I like the premise of the book. I thought it was really good and I did enjoy it. I had a fun time, but I just don't think it was anything special. Like, I'd probably say it's about a 3-star. It was good. I had a good time. I just don't think it's going to be a book that I'm probably going to remember that much. I think, yeah, it was short, it was sweet, it was good, but I think I'm on to our next book. So basically, I don't know if I actually explained what the book is about, but if I didn't, I'm going to explain now. And if I did, oh well, listen to me explain it twice. But we are following two people. Their names are Ryan and Ali. Ali basically went and got abducted like 5 years ago, and all of a sudden, Ali's car ends up in the river with two people dead inside. So Ryan's kind of trying to figure out what happened and kind of move on. Well, he's trying to move on with his life originally before he found out, and then now he's trying to figure out what actually happened. And it was good. It was a good premise. I liked the book. I don't think I'd ever remember it. But I'm ready for Fable to pick our next book. So I'm just going to pop on our Fable app that I have read this book, and then I will be back with you. Bear with me one momento.
Physical book, because I am craving a physical book, guys, but if not, I'm not really that worried. So we are going to go to our want to read list and we're going to press pick for me and then wait for the book to be picked. I really hope it's a physical. I have a couple of physical books on my mind, so I'm really hoping it's a physical book, but I will be happy with whatever we get. What's this? Burnout by Rebecca Genshak. I don't know if this is on Kindle Unlimited. Burnout. Is it on Kindle? If it's not on Kindle Unlimited, it is on Kindle Unlimited. I think I'm going to not do that just because it's another series and I really can't start another series. And there's like 2 books in this series, potentially 3. I would normally want to read it and it does seem right up my alley, but I think we're going to go with a different pick. So I'm just going to get Show Me Scout's next pick and we'll hopefully we'll get something different. I have got 3 books still left on my monthly TBR. A World of Ruins. I think that's starting a new series, guys. I think it's just telling me to start a new series, but let me just have a little look. World of Ruins. Let me see if it comes up. Yeah, oh, is it a standalone? Oh, is it a standalone? Oh no, there's 3 books in a series, guys. Oh, and it doesn't even look like it's the first one. Okay, see you. I don't even know if this is the first. No, this isn't even the first one. This is like the 3rd book. So we definitely won't be reading that one. We'll go show Scouts next pick. Let's see what they pick. Let's see what it picks. I ideally want something either on my Kindle or on my Kindle. Oh, I am so excited. Like, what? This is on my March TBR as well, and we've got World Reverence by Rebecca Ross. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. I have been wanting to read this for a little while since I've got it. So it says a sweeping new epic set in a world of international sensation, divine rivals. A goddess born to the firelit domain of the underworld, Matilda is blessed with a humble messenger magic, carrying letters and secrets through the realms, including one of her own. A mortal boy who appears only in her dreams. 10 years ago, Vincent of Beckett wrote to Matilda on the darkest night of his life, begging the goddess he befriended in dreams for aid, but his prayer went unanswered, forever hardening his heart against the gods. That is until she arrives bearing a letter with the promise of a future beyond dreams, one that might rewrite the dark, blood-soaked ways of the gods or end them. I'm excited, guys. And can we just look at the artwork? I'm like, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to get it out so that we can have a little look at the artwork because this is just gorgeous, guys. This is, oh, I'm so obsessed. Have they got any others? Oh, like that is so pretty, may I add. And it's also got the contents of the chapters, which I really liked in Divine Rivals as well. Oh, it's a hefty book. And it also gives you exactly who they are, which I really like as well. I really like the idea of that. Oh, look at that. That is just really cute. I'm obsessed already. What does the back page look? And the back page. Okay, so the back page is just reversed and the back page looks like this. But I'm very excited. Oh, can we have a look at this? We were doomed, she and I. One day I would perish and she would live on endless as a star. I am obsessed, guys. I cannot wait. I am so excited, guys. I think I want to annotate this if I'm being completely honest. I think I'm in the mood to annotate this book. I don't know why. I just feel like I think I might just annotate it. I might just annotate, guys. I'm so excited. I actually am so glad to finally have a physical book because I feel like all of my March reads have mostly been Kindle reads. So it'd be nice to hold a physical book in my hands. Scout has done well. I'm very excited. So I think I'm going to stop rambling and I'm just going to get into it. I think I will probably, unless I've got a really good, I'm so sorry, I've had to keep the window open just because it's really hot in here. I will get to Act 2, which is 120 pages, I think. So it's 125 pages. So I think I'll update you once I've got a chunk in the way through the book. But yeah, I think I'm going to annotate this and I'm just so excited, guys. So let's get into reading and I'll give you an update shortly. Hey guys, so I thought I would give you a list update of where I am with Wild Reverence. So I did get to Act 2 last night. So I'm 125 pages in, so I'm about to start the next part. And I just thought I would give you a bit of an update. I said I was going to do it last night, but I didn't expect it to take me as long as it did to read the parts that I read. Now you're probably thinking, Rhiannon, what did you expect? You are annotating, and yes, I am. And I do just want to say, like, I thoroughly am enjoying this book at the moment. I am obsessed. I love this book. I think it's so nice to be in kind of like a prequel before the universe. I think it gives a lot of information to Divine Rivals as well. However, I'm obsessed. I very much like the moral of kind of the story that's going. So we are following Matilda, and Matilda is kind of, you see her from the minute she's born to kind of where she is now, where we end up in part one, sorry. So for the most part of part one, we are basically world building, and we're basically finding out all the information that we need to know to kind of set up the rest of the book, which is really what I like. I like the first part of the like, especially if it's in parts, I like the first part to be mostly understanding the world and kind of getting to know our characters that are going to be involved. So we are following Matilda. Matilda is kind of like a goddess of the kind of two worlds. You find this very early on. She is a goddess between two worlds due to kind of who her mum and dad are and things like that, which you find out very quickly in the book. I think within 80 to 90 pages, you kind of already find out who her dad is. And she basically, you've got kind of these level of, I think it's called constellations. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so you've got kind of a level of constellations here for the divine court. So depending on how many points you have will depend where you fit in the court. So if you have 3 to 5, I think it is, let me just double check. Yeah, so if you have 3 to 5 point constellations, well, 3 below to 5, you are known as the low court, and divines who are born with magic that can be drawn as a 3, 4, or 5 point constellation. Then you have the middle court, which is 6, 7, and 8 point constellations that can be drawn with magic. And then the high courts are 9 and above. And you basically find out how many constellations that Matilda has, what she's kind of been put on this earth to do, and what she kind of magic she can basically use and things like that. So you're kind of working out kind of what she has, what magic can be drawn, etc., etc. And she kind of starts dreaming about this person, and his name is called Vincent. And you kind of learn this very early on. She starts dreaming about this guy called Vincent, and you kind of realize who he is very early on as well. So that is kind of where I am at the moment. So Matilda's basically been kind of joining into Vincent's nightmares. They're kind of connected for some sort of way. And yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Again, I am annotating it. It is currently, I want to say it's about just gone 11 o'clock. So I feel like we should be able to get a good chunk of the way through this book. It is very nice and sunny outside. So I may sit out in the garden, but I want to kind of get to maybe start and finish Act 2, because Act 2 is only that. So I feel like I may update you in when we start Act 3, which is kind of like 200 and something pages in, and this is like a 500-page book. So I might do just a check-in after each act maybe for this, but I feel like I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm just going to get it on with the rest of the book, and I will update you once I've got to Act 3. So we have a little bit of an update, guys. So I am currently on part 3. I'm just about to start act 3. And I don't know what the Roman numerals are for this chapter. I'm so sorry, guys. But we have finished part 2. And like I said, I would give you a mini update. I am obsessed. If I didn't like it, no, let me rephrase that. If I was obsessed with the first part and how the first part ended, I am definitely even more obsessed now, guys. I literally cannot tell you my obsession right now. This book, it's just so good. Like, I am obsessed. Like, obviously, I don't really want to chat too much about part 2, but with Act 2, I think it's Act 2. I think they're calling them acts, aren't they? Yeah, it's Act 2. So with Act 2, we're kind of following kind of quite a few years ahead of where we left off in Act 1, and I think we've got a lot of background knowledge to kind of understand what has happened to our characters, both Vincent and Matilda. And I think as well, like, the way the story has been laid out is so easy to follow. I am literally obsessed, guys. I cannot stop reading this book. I flew through part 2 Act 2 quicker than I thought I would, given how long it took me to do Act 1. But I kind of think now, because we were doing so much world building and we were kind of set in the story, I feel like it took me a little bit longer to get in. But now I am in the story, guys, and I'm in the zone and I'm in it. I am obsessed. I cannot tell you how much I'm just loving this book. This book has definitely been worth the wait. Like, I feel like I'm in such a good place to like read this book that I'm just, any moment I can get to read. It's been really sunny. It's been really nice. So I've just been sat outside in the garden reading my book, and it's been the best thing ever. Like, I am so grateful that like we have had some good weather to be able to like do this. But I want to kind of preface by saying, like, this story, it's very slow to build up to, but once it's built, it is so quick. It's just dropping things. And I feel like where I am in the book now, I feel like that it can only get better. Like, it can only get better than what I'm feeling. Like, I am literally screaming inside. Like, literally, I'm like, oh my God, I am obsessed. Like, there have been times where I'm just like, I am obsessed. Like, I'm just obsessed, guys. And I just think, like, the way that Rebecca Ross writes her books, it's just so great. It's just so like enthralling. I feel like I haven't read anything other than her Divine Rivals, or anything I haven't read anything outside her Divine Rivals kind of world. I feel like I definitely need to explore a bit more of her writing outside of it. But I'm just obsessed, guys. I'm here for the vibes. I'm here for the sunny vibes. I'm here for the book. I'm here for all of it, guys. And I'm so obsessed. Like, I literally feel like I cannot wait. I feel like I might give you another update once I've gone into once I finish Act 3. So I'm just finding it out now, where kind of Act 3 ends. And then, okay, Act 3 is that far along. So we're starting on page, I think it's 221, yeah. And Act 3 finishes on 332. So we've got just over 100 pages to read, about 110 pages or so. So I feel like, this is what I like as well. A bit sidetracked, but this is what I like as well. Like, I like the idea that all of these acts are so small, like, and that they leave you wanting to know more. And I feel like she's done that on every single act I've read so far. So I think, as you can see, this is definitely well tabbed, guys. I'm obsessed. I'm loving it. And I feel like I'm going to stop rambling, guys. And I think I'm just going to get reading. I think I'm going to sit inside for a little while. It's really hot outside. It's just getting a bit hot. And I'm just a little bit warm. So I think I'm going to come and sit inside. I think I might make some food. I'm really fancying like a steak bake, guys. And I bought these steak bakes from Asda, and I really liked the chicken ones. And I feel like I might try the steak bake ones. So I think I'm going to make a steak bake, and while I'm waiting for the steak bake, I think we're just going to continue reading, guys, and then I'm going to have some lunch, and then I think I'm going to finish the rest, and I should update you. I don't know whether we will finish this book today. I don't So I thought I would give you a little bit of an update on Divine Rivals. No, not reading Divine Rivals, on Wild Reverence, sorry. And I have now got to Act 4. And guys, I'm obsessed. I am so obsessed. Like, I literally feel like I don't want this book to end, like, at all. I just don't want it to end, guys. Like, I wish it was like 1,000 pages long at this rate. Probably not for my sanity, but I am just obsessed. I was probably thinking I'd have annotated it more than I have, but I think I'm just so like in the book that I sometimes maybe forget to annotate. I don't know what. I don't know whether that's happened. I don't know, guys. But I've just finished Act 3, and we kind of just followed kind of like a battle scene throughout majority of it. So we kind of where we kind of left off and things like that. So we were kind of going through a battle scene, and we just learned a little bit more about it. I've also taken off my makeup now, guys. I'm not an average makeup wearer. I typically mostly tend to just wear brow and mascara. I've not been an average makeup wearer every single day for a very long time. I find like my skin is so much better when it's not consistently got makeup on. So hence why I do a lot of my filming without makeup on. There are days when I do love a good makeup day where I can just make myself, look a bit better. But I'm so confident in my skin now. I'm not really that phased about makeup anymore. But anyway, I was going off on a tangent, guys. But Wild Reverence, it's considering I've only got 2 acts left. I think we are probably sat at a 4.5 star, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am thinking more in my head. I don't think it is gonna get to a 5 star. I think at the beginning it was like a 4. Like, I think it's now at a 4 point, like a solid 4 point, and then maybe a 4.5. But it's definitely a solid 4 star currently. I just think like I'm wanting something, and I don't know whether I'm going to get it. And I think if I get it, it may lead to a 5 star, but if I don't, it won't. And I'm not saying that in kind of a way of, but if I don't get what I want, I won't give it the 5 star. That's not what I'm saying. I just think I want something a bit more, and I'm waiting to see if I get a bit more from something specifically. Obviously, I don't want to give away any of the information for this video because obviously it's a spoiler-free reading vlog, but I feel like if I just want a bit more of another person, and I feel like that would probably give it just a bit more of an edge. But it is currently sat at about 4.5 stars. So I feel like we're doing really well, guys. I'm just enjoying the time that I'm having with this book, and I'm just enjoying being in this world again and just being a part of this world. Like, I think I'm just so obsessed with the writing of how Divine Rivals and Wild Reverence have kind of been written. I'm just sat here just living my best life. But we have 2 more left to go. I think I probably won't maybe update you. I don't know whether to update you at the end of Act 4 or not. I don't know how big Act 4 is. I think we may have done it earlier, but Act 4 was about this much. I feel like maybe I'm just going to wait until I've finished the end of the book, because we only realistically have that much left of the book. And I think I'm just going to update you at the end of the book, and I will just kind of give you my thoughts and feelings at the end, just because we've only got really just shy of 200 pages. So I think guys, you are probably wondering why I'm in different clothes, because I said I was going to finish the book last night. Things happened, plans changed, but I have now finished Wild Reverence. I kind of just wanted the morning. I kind of anticipated something heart-wrenching could potentially happen, because Rebecca Boss likes to do that to us. If you've read The Divine Rivals and The Ruthless Vows, my eyes are sore. I read this morning. I finished it this morning, and I sobbed. I purely sobbed. Just the thought of it makes me want to cry again, guys. But it was so good. I think that this was beautiful. It was amazing, heart-wrenching, but amazing, guys. I did rate this a 5 stars, guys. I don't know, I think I got to the end of the book and I was like, the feels that I had in this book was something I wasn't expecting, and I think that was solely why I gave it 5 stars. The plot was amazing. I had the best time reading this book, so I was like, it's 5 stars. It is 5 stars, baby. It is 5 stars. I annotated it as well, guys. Look how beautiful she looks. Now, I do want to say, I can really see how they set up for obviously Divine Rivals now. So I can kind of now see how Divine Rivals came about, and I just think it was done in the most beautifulest way. And I think now, like, I'm literally in my head, I'm like, I need to read Divine Rivals now, but I'm not, guys, don't worry. I loved everything about this book. I just genuinely think it was one of those where the way that it was written, it just flowed and it made you really think what the words meant. Put the words that were put on this paper was it just was something else. However, I think I now need therapy because this book broke my soul, but it's fine, guys. But we read Wild Reverence, and it's a 5 star, guys. And I think this is my first 5 star in a very long time. I had 5 stars in. I think I had 5 stars in. I don't know, guys. I just know this was a 5 star. I'm not making any sense. I'm still incoherent. That's the word. I'm still being incoherent because I can't think anything else about this book but 5 stars. So we are going to quickly log on Fable that I read this book because I don't know whether it would let me pick another book. I'm not sure. But I am going to put that I have now finished this book and I am going to give it 5 stars, and I'm so glad that Fable chose this book because I don't think I would have picked it up for such a long time. Like, although it was on my TBR, I'm thinking I don't know whether I'm ready, I don't know whether I can. I'm glad Fable chose it for me because I don't think I would have. But we are now going back and we are now going to see. We're now going back and we are going to pick our next book. So again, I'm hoping for a short book because I really, and something that's not emotional. I don't want to cry again, guys. We're not reading that one, guys, so we are just gonna pick a next pick. I'm hoping I don't know what I'm hoping for. No, we're not reading that one either, guys. I don't have time to start another series right now. I'm hoping we will get a good book, guys. Lessons in Chemistry. I don't know if this is a Kindle book. I'm just grabbing my Kindle. It's over here. I don't know whether this is on Kindle Unlimited. If it's on Kindle Unlimited, we will read it. If not, Scout will have to pick again. Lessons in Chemistry. I can't imagine this being on Kindle Unlimited. I'm not gonna lie. I can't imagine it. No, it's not. Okay, next book pick. Next book pick. Let's see. Hopefully we get something, guys. Hopefully we get something. I don't want something too big though. But we will see. Are you joking? I think this book is like 800 pages long. I don't think I can do that. I'm not really wanting to read it either, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I make the videos. It's it's 689 pages. I do not have the time to read that. And I'm not really in the mood. So what we'll do is we will leave that as one option, and then we'll leave it as an option. I really just don't want to read it, guys. I don't want to read it. We're going to choose again, and if we have to come back to it, we will. But I don't really want to read it, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You. I don't know if this is a part of a series. Let me have a little look, but it is also on my Kindle, so that's fine. Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You. It's probably going to come up. Great. It is a part of a series. Oh, this is 464 pages long. Pages was How many pages was the Dawn of the Cursed Queen? 689. Um. Well, I feel like we're just gonna have to read "Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You." I know I said I didn't want to start a new series, but I feel like we're just gonna have to. So we are going to be reading "Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You" by S.B. Lennox on my Kindle, and that is the last pick for Fable. And that is what we're going to read, guys. I think I'm going to maybe go out in the garden and read in the garden. I think that is the plan. I'm probably going to sit and read in the garden for a little while. I do need to quickly get the washing out the washing machine and things like that. But I think after then, I will just get cozy, comfy, and read in the garden, I think. Okay, apparently this is going to take me 9 hours. We will see. We will see. So I thought I would give you guys a mini update because it's been quite a while since I kind of last spoke to you. So as you know, I'm currently reading. Give me a moment. Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You, and it's kind of like a dark enemies to lovers kind of academia kind of version of a book, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I think it's going okay. Like I think it's cute. Like some of the parts have me kicking and squealing, but then I feel like I want a bit more from the book. So we don't really know what actually happened at where we were at the beginning of the book. So just to preface, at the beginning of the book, we find our female main character, Ophelia, and she has somehow forgotten about 2 years of her life. And we don't really know how that's happened. It just starts off like that, basically. And just to give you some context, I am 64% the way through the book, and I'm about 279 pages in, chapter 34. So I am quite the way through the book, but we don't really know what caused her to do that. Like, we do know some information. So Ophelia is a type 1 diabetic, and she solely relies on her insulin and things like that. And we meet Arlo, who is our male main character of the book, and he somehow has this despise and this hate for our female main character Ophelia. And again, we don't really know why, but basically, we just know that he wants to be her worst nightmare. However, he doesn't really behave like that. He behaves like he still loves her. He behaves like he's still got a lot of feelings towards Ophelia, which is definitely given in the book that he still cares for Ophelia, especially kind of throughout the book as we're going. He does things that makes us still think that he does really, really care for Ophelia and he's never really stopped. But again, we don't really know what's happened there. We don't really know what's caused that to happen. I feel like we're just kind of going with the flow kind of scene, like scene by scene, we're just going with the flow. We haven't really got much hints to what has happened. We just know that from one moment in time that we have seen is that she has maybe somehow betrayed him. But again, there isn't kind of no reasoning behind it. But I think they must have been lovers before she maybe lost her memory and something happened. But again, I don't really know because it hasn't really been made clear. But he definitely does things that would seem more of a dark romance. But I would say this is kind of a really light dark romance. Like there isn't really anything in the book that makes it feel really dark. And whether again when we think of dark romance we do automatically think of haunting and hunting Adeline, and we do think of the more really darker themes, but I think this is more of a lighter version. I think this is one that would definitely maybe get you into a dark romance to see if that's something you enjoy, because he does kind of break into her dorm and there is masked men and things like that, but it is very briefly touched upon. Like it is on paper and it is in the chapters, it's just not something that is making it seem very dark. But I would say I'm probably sat at about a 3 star for this. I would say I'm enjoying it. Again, it's definitely has me kicking and squealing, but I in a good way. But I think it would probably most likely sit at a 3 star read for me. Most likely, I can't see it kind of going up. And I know I say this in a lot of my videos. I can't see it going up, but actually, guys, it's a 4 star. But I genuinely can't see myself rating it higher than a 3 star. I think I would be very shocked in myself if I did. But it's cute. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a fun time. We have about 2 hours of the book left, and it is currently, let me just have a little look. It is currently 20 to 7. So I definitely think that we can get this book read tonight, being that we only have about 2 hours left of the book. So I think I'm just going to sit, chill, kind of read the book, and I will kind of keep you updated if I have anything else to say. But I'm probably not going to update you till I've at least finished this book now. I think I've got so far in the book. I feel like I just want to finish it. I want to see if we get any crumbs of anything. But I think I'm going to stop rambling and I think I'm just going to get reading, guys. So I will see you for a B roll of me reading. And I have just finished Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You. I think that's what it's called. Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You by SB Lennox. I rate that 3 star, guys. I enjoyed the book. I think if I could change the book, or if I wanted something about from the book, I probably wouldn't have wanted to wait 60-70% the way through to kind of find out what caused the little mishap between them or why he kind of felt the way he did. I think I probably would have wanted that wrapped up maybe a little bit earlier in the book. But that is the end of today's video. So I'm just going to do a quick rewind of all of the books that we've read for this week that Fable have chosen. And I think Fable has done very well. Scout has chosen well, guys. I think we've explored some new authors. I think we've found a 5 star, guys. And I also think we've had a good mixture between Kindle Unlimited and a hardcover. So I think I'm just gonna get in. So the first book we read, we didn't read. The first book we read was If Something Happens to Me by Alex Finley, and that was a 3 star, guys. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I had a good time, but I think I wanted more from the book. I think I wanted a bit more of a mystery thriller aspect to it than what maybe I did get. But that is just how I like my books. I like my books to have a bit more finesse to them, I think. But I did enjoy it. I think I maybe would be open to trying another book. I don't know in the future. But it was a 3 star. I enjoyed it. it was a fun time. It was definitely a good round to go. And then the second book we read was Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, and it was a 5-star, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It made me feel so many emotions. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we did tab this one, and it looks all very pretty, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. 5 stars. It was just everything I wanted in a fantasy book at that moment in time. I think I was just so obsessed with the world and the books. And I think, as I mentioned, I think in my previous reading update, the way that this set off for Divine Rivals was really good. I think the way that now I can see how Divine Rivals and that duology kind of came about. So I'm really excited to do my reread eventually with Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. It's definitely set me up to do that sooner rather than later. I think it's definitely become more of a sooner thing. And then the last book we read, which we've just finished, is Kiss Me Like I Didn't Kill You by S.B. Lennox. And it was a 3-star. I really enjoyed it. It was a light-hearted dark romance. I think it would be a really good way to get into dark romance if you're not a dark romance girly. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. Definitely was good to read. I think I would read the second book. I'm definitely open to reading the second book, guys. So I think that's given me another author to maybe look at in the future, or to maybe continue that series, as the second book has recently just come out, I believe. But that is the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you would, love, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTubey things you know how to do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.